the next person that has called in, her name is Sudi Burnett.
Oh, she's the best.
And she is a spiritual leader. She is also a guru at exercise. She's a wonderful person. We met her, and she just has a very special, positive glow to her. And we met her through Alina, who has already been on our show, and she's a wonderful lady as well that we love. And so, welcome to the show on the air.
Sudi, to the show. You're live on the air.
Hello.
And there's
Thank
Sudi.
you,
Hey.
Hey, guys. Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's beautiful, awesome winter day. I hope you guys all feeling the love that is around us in the universe. It's a beautiful, beautiful day.
Yes, it is. And if for the listeners out there, if you do not know, Sudi is internationally known. She is so humble because she has a bright intellect, not only spirit about her, but this essence that when she walks in the room, you're just kind. You become kind, and it's taken an effect. So we have you on the show. Sudi, tell us a little bit more about what brings your involvement into a positive, love all humans, and a positive way of living, lifestyle.
Well, darling, where should I start? I just had it's a long story, though. No, I'm going to make it short. I'm going to try to make it short. I felt the love for humanity since I was a little child. I just felt like I was born to come here just to help with humanity, with people who were around me, and just give. And I felt that since I was 5 years old. And ever since, my mission has been just to awaken myself, first of all. And then after I became awakened, I started to transmit that to everyone else who is around me. I have been doing my own international show for the last 12 years. And
wow.
What I would like to share with you and your audience, if I may so,
of course,
yes, is that a lot of time when I had a lot of followings and when people start to, get information and they feel like, oh my God, I am reaching the enlightenment, I am awakening, then they are really rushing to change the whole world and everyone who is around them. And then all of a sudden we want my husband and my children and my wife, we want everyone around us to change with us. We're excited. And I always have to tell everyone that take it easy. The outside world that you see there, whatever you see as your husband, wife, mother, father, your children, your boss, everybody who exists here is actually a projection. And they are a mirror of what's going on inside of you. So don't be in a hurry to change the world before you work on yourself. And when I awaken, in the process of awakening, I need to be healing myself. Truly, I need to be healed before I can transform the whole world or everybody else around me. So this is what I want to share with your audience, because I see that this last 12 years as I've been traveling, doing seminar all over the world, and people talk to me, the one who have been following me, they are like, oh, I've been working on myself so much, but my husband, he's not willing to change, or my children is not following up. And I always have to say, hey, darling, this is not about changing other people and expecting others around us to work. And actually, it's just like we see them as a mirror, and that is showing us that we need more work. We still need to heal more. And if you remember the other day when I met all of you wonderful, lovely people, we talked about this, and I said, for me, because when you want to create something, you always have to see the energy behind that creation. So a lot of time I said, don't be in a rush to finish up a project, whether it's theater or a play, I don't know, it's a movie, whatever you are working on. Don't be in such a rush to finish it and get it out and push it out, because when you are in alignment with the universe, when you are truly healed, the energy that's there is just going to get you to where it needs to go. You don't have to work so hard to find a producer or find people to be interested in your project. But before you do that, try to really heal yourself, positive energy, and that positive energy, that love, pure light is just going to move by itself. So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys
about.
Well, Sudi, you're so amazing.
Okay, and
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I have to say this for all those listeners out there. Love All Humans, Blog Talk Radio. Wow, I'm so excited that Sudi, you took time to come out to speak. And for all the listeners out there, you're in for a treat on this radio station because, I mean, honestly, this is how we all make our living. And Sudi, for you taking your time, giving your time to create positivity for our listeners that are actually, out there. And we have people that are calling in. Oh, my goodness, it's just filling up. So
Melissa's on the line, and we'll get you soon, Melissa Santos. But I wanted to say about Sudi, one of the things that I most admire about her, just having met her once, is that she has a calming energy that's so beautiful, and she really shows that patience, and it's a beautiful. So
that's awesome.
We're so glad that we met you and that you can be part of our show.
And that has a lot to loving yourself. That's what I'm asking this question. A lot of people are saying, well, what does that have to do with loving yourself? Well, because when you get that negative fed to you, how do you deal with it? That's when you can either get upset, and you don't love yourself when you get upset. You start doing things or you take it on other people. Sudi, how do you deal with that?
I should say it all depends on where you're coming from, because most of the time we come from a place of we are in our head too much. So when I'm coming from the place of being in my head, I would see and absorb everything that is around me, people, how they're acting, because I'm in my head. But if I'm coming from a place of heart, from my heart there is only love and light. And if I'm coming from that place, I do not really see any behavior around me that is not loving and is not coming from a place of light and love. Does that make sense?
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm going back to what I said at the beginning. Everything is a projection, right? And the frequency and vibration that I'm in, if I'm coming from a place of love, if I'm acting and behaving and all my patterns comes from the heart and is only light and love, I'm in a very, very high vibration. As a result, whatever I see in the outer world, which is coming from my inner world, is just transforming. So if I'm coming from a place of love, sometimes I'm driving, and unknowingly I'm smiling, and suddenly I catch myself, the driver next to me is smiling. And then I come to myself and I say, oh, then I'm smiling. I'm not aware of myself, but unknowingly, since I'm in a state of trance or hypnosis, I'm smiling, and that makes the other person smile. So just do it this way. Come from a place of your heart, and you just smile at the other person and see their reaction. So then again, it all comes from me. Instead of trying to change the world or make other people behave differently, I have to constantly work on myself. I have to be coming from a loving place and mind my own business, not to get in anybody else's world to see what they're up to.
Wow.
And that's
smart.
And that's how you continue to love yourself.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes, dear. I have to say, I generally don't believe on Band-Aiding something, so you really have to work from the roots of whether it's a problem or an illness or whatever it is. So you have to find the inner peace. Once you find that inner peace and you find your inner world, you basically don't see any chaos and any problem in the other worlds, right?
Right.
So I would say if you meditate with deep meditation, when you go within and you just once again, you see that love and peace and that tranquility, then you don't have any problem outside. You don't see anything from out there. And I would also say to live the truth, because, you can say 24 hours, you can say a mantra, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. That's not really going to change anything, because consciously you can repeat a mantra for 10,000 times, but if subconsciously nothing is changing, you are not going to change. So often when I work with people and I ask them, I said, do you love yourself? And they're like, yeah, I do. Because they are in their head, our mind logically say, this is the right thing to say, that I love myself. But then I say, look at your surroundings and see. If you are truly loving yourself, then you should be having the weight, your ideal weight. You should be having plenty of prosperity. You should be living in the house that you love. You should have your soulmate. You should have everything that you want. Do you have all that? Well, no, I don't. I'm struggling with money, and my project is just keep getting rejections. So then you're not loving yourself, right? So if you really, truly love yourself, then look at your surroundings. If everything is working really well, if you are comfortable, if you have enough money, and you have a saving, if you have the job that you love, you're living with a person that you absolutely love and adore, that shows that you love yourself. Otherwise, don't kid yourself.